was 9, I had a dream.
Hey everybody, it's Gio from OG and today is January 8th, 2014. It's around 8 a.m. I honestly don't know what time it is because I haven't checked out a clock. But in this video, I'm going to show you one of the strategies I use. So, I honestly have no name for this strategy. I'm going to call it the T for now. So that is a very bland name, but it'll have to do. And the way this strategy works is I start off with a silver turret, I work my way to 3 silver turrets, and then I start off with another gold turret on the right side, and I work my way to 3 gold turrets. And then my shape looks something like a T, and when I'm at this point, when I'm at this point, come on. Oh man, I'm so scared right now. But yes, once I have that T shape, I'm able to branch out and build some other things, but getting that basic foundation down is a pretty important step, and it may be what keeps you alive. Oh man, that miss was so bad. Come on, like really? So, you know what? I'm gonna derivate from that T, and I'm just gonna build my zigzag pattern. See, I come up with names for like everything that feels special. My zigzag pattern generally involves placing turrets on each of these corners to catch them as they go, catch the bad guys as they go around. Because that's one of the best places to place your turrets. Corners are the best places to place your turrets because they have maximum mobility and they can get around really well and hit the enemies as many times as possible. So my zigzag pattern can be a lifesaver, but it sucks because you end up focusing so many resources on the bottom parts of the screen. And generally in this game, if you focus resources on the lower parts, your strength at the top is weaker. And you're gonna need every ounce of strength you can have at the top of your screen because in order to survive, you're gonna have to weaken those enemies before they get to the bottom. So most people, not even most people, but I've seen a lot of people build in such a way that they start to put a lot of power at the bottom, but that's a bad idea because if all your power is at the bottom, what's gonna end up happening is your enemies are going to get there easier. And if they get there easier, you're just putting more risk on yourself because you're gonna have to survive this wave at the end of the day, regardless of how strong those guys are, and you're betting all your chips on that last line holding. So by adding more power to the top, you're reducing the pressure on you having to defeat the enemies on the last line. You know, and that's why these 4 little baby turrets generally are here. These guys kind of help me damage the enemies before they get to that point at the bottom, because it can get really sketchy when you're down there at the bottom and you don't quite know what to do from there. So I'm at level 3 and this pattern's working out okay. I find it hilarious that I was going to teach you guys a totally different pattern and ended up going into this zigzag pattern. It's really funny that ended up happening. But anyways, the zigzag pattern is useful because it weakens your enemies over time, and by the time they get here, they're going to be pretty damaged. So that's one of the brilliant things about this pattern, and as you notice, I've created a powerful way to weaken my enemies with only 4 bronze turrets, which is really effective. So I'm now trying to think of the next step, right? I'm gonna end up having to put more power at the bottom just because it's gonna be dangerous to have it any other way at this point. But as you may notice, I'm also gonna try to get my towers to the top. So my next step after upgrading this turret is building one here above this bronze turret, because that'll allow me to have some more leverage and attack the enemies that are more north. Because ideally, you never want to get the game to the bottom of the screen. You always want to stay out of that zone. It's a very dangerous place to be. And like, trust me, I know from experience that betting your chips on the bottom is a very dangerous game to play, and you never really want to do it. So I'm now regulating things, and things are looking a lot better, as you can see, because I'm now able to control my pace. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. Alright, so my next step is going to be a little awkward, because I'm a very big person on symmetry. But I'm going to place a gold turret here to soak up some damage and hit guys as they pass by. Alright, and this gold turret's doing pretty well. So this strategy is working out relatively okay because they're only getting to the center. But if you may have noticed, other strategies have protected me from enemies at the top a lot more. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to where you focus your power. If your power is spread out throughout the maze, then there's a high chance you'll have a persistent defense against these guys. However, if your power is all in one place, it's an all or nothing deal pretty much. If your power is all at the top, you're going to have to get your enemies before they get to the bottom. And whereas if your power's at the bottom, you're betting everything on this, one final sweep, and you want to hope that the enemies don't breach your defenses. So it's a gamble, and this whole game is really risky. That's one of the great things about it. You have to take risks and see if they pay off, regardless of where you go. So at the top of the screen, a lot of people can use power builds and try to get their enemies knocked out before they get lower. And what they tend to do is they have like a gatekeeper at the bottom. So it's very common to see people put a lot of power up at the top and then have something like a diamond turret down at the bottom to clean up the enemies who get past. That's another way of distributing the power, and you can obviously tell that it's an awkward distribution because these diamond turrets are expensive as crap. A diamond turret is 500 coins, so that's definitely something to consider when you're purchasing a turret. So what I'm gonna do is actually gonna be similar to that build, because I'm going to place my diamond right here. So my diamond will not be on the complete bottom row. However, my diamond will be pretty low on my screen, and a lot of my power has now been focused on the bottom center area of my screen because of that one diamond placement, since a diamond is 500, and that's the majority of strength in my army now. So I'm just gonna have to hope that I get through this safely. As you can see, I'm gonna place another silver turret here because this is a very dangerous spot to be in. Alright, cool. So I may manage to be okay in this. I just need to upgrade this diamond so that I can, get some more damage out. Because I'm in a really tricky spot right now. Come on, one more kill, one more kill. Alright, got him. Perfect. So yeah, now the diamond's doing more work, and the enemies stand hopefully no chance. Okay, never mind. Enemies still stand a chance. Very scary to think about. Okay, cool. One more hit. Oh man, that monkey just did nothing. Okay, so you can see that the monkeys are great and all, but okay, perfect. The monkey kind of helped. If I hadn't had that monkey there, things could have gotten very hairy. And I don't know what I would have done from there. So these power-ups can save your life too. Look how close I was to dying. Oh my god, 1 life left. Yeah, so I'm really cutting it close. And these power-ups can be a total lifesaver at times. And I'm very worried about myself right now because I need another diamond turret in order to really, take this to the next level. Or maybe a gold turret, but I really don't want to do that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to place a diamond up here just to see what happens. Because I need more power distribution. I need something to help me survive this. This is getting out of control. Alright. Okay, so placing the diamond up here was a risky play. But at the same time, if my cards pay off, I'll be able to deal far more damage to these guys before they get down here, which is necessary, especially since my enemies now have far more life than they ever did. These green guys are no joke, and they will annihilate a lot of people. So I'm going to have to upgrade this guy to level 3, and once I got that going, things are looking up. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so now I just need to hope I survive. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is very terrifying. So now if my diamond doesn't make it, it's over for me right now. It's over. I just lost. Crap. Yeah. So, that was my strategy, and you saw how I built off of it. Eventually, you can't really stick too much with one strategy in turret defenders because the zigzag worked, as you may have noticed, but I had to dynamically change it up. And for example, I was going to use the T formation, but then I didn't have enough money, so I had to quickly switch it up to the zigzag. And you have to notice that in turret defenders, if you want to survive, one strategy is not the formula to solving everything. You have to change it up. So have a nice day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.